back to Digibus, guys. Today I have a matchup with EX1 set. I am on the left playing green, the blocker variant that you're well accustomed to, against my opponent playing Imperialdramon, blue-green, with EX cards. You'll see right there an Ice Wall, absolutely deadly card in EX1, and he sets up really well with a Vmon coming out of the nursery and a Davis already there, setting his memory to 3 on his turn. So I'm preparing for, I'm not even too sure what to prepare for, because I am really fresh to EX1 cards. I don't have a level 5, so I thought it would be good to set up a Ancient Traymon, considering that I am playing against a Vmon deck who is notorious for jamming and rushing really hard. And also really cheap evolutions with Quadramon, of course, only 1 cost to evolve. And you see we do have the 2 Vmons with jamming. That's why setting up the suspending Ancient Troy is very important. And luckily my opponent doesn't have the immediate out to it, so I can swing with it freely. And he put me on 3, so I can just drop another big horse. And if he swings with these little rookies, I'll be able to suspend a couple of them to potentially run over with my Ancient Troy next turn. Now, while he swings with the Wormmon, he wants this Wormmon to die so he can hopefully fetch some evolutions to get into his Imperialdramon that I think is already in his hand. No hits, unfortunately, with the Wormmon there. I put him on 10 memory, so he might as well spend it, just dropping down a bunch of rookies, evolving into the Imperialdramon. Maybe he doesn't have the level 6. That's why he didn't scale into it, I don't think. So I can again suspend 2 more Vmons, and that level 6 there, Imperialdramon will wipe out his level 5. And he hard places level 5 here. I'm predicting he might go into it at level 6. So I want to take care of it. That's why I will play, well, of course I bring out my Weedmon, because Weedmon can hit over one of these Vmons as well. So I spend my Needle Spray to get over that, just in case he goes into a level 6. And I just start taking out some Vmons here so that they get free swings at my security. And I pop down a bunch of rookies. I'm going to go for the rookie patch approach. Plus also having more bodies on the board is really good to swing over these Vmons that are threatening my security. Now I can suspend that Vmon again, he'll kick a free hit in. This one of course has the jamming. I also have the Nihilogg already sitting in my hand waiting for a level 5 to draw into it. That's essentially why I kept the Weedmon in my nursery for that extra turn, because I wanted to see that level 5 so I can go for the Nihilogg wipe, considering that he just had a bunch of rookies on board. Now I can start threatening his security with my really wide board. Hammer Spark will put me on 0. That's okay, still my turn. Keep hitting with my Ancient Troys. They're just such huge beaters. I might as well just push all the way in while I have bodies on the board. Considering that I have a lot of them live, they can unsuspend next turn, and I can shoot for game, especially if he doesn't have any to threaten me. And of course I feel a lot less threatened considering there's no rookie coming out of the nursery there. So he scoops that one up and we'll go into game 2. In game 2, my opponent wants to see more cards in his hand. Hopefully he's finding something that's a little less bricky, so he'll start me off. And I just go rookie, rookie. Hand not looking amazing for leveling up. I think I might be lacking a level 4 in my hand. I'm not too sure. But opponent's looking pretty fresh. Going straight into that new Imperial Dragon mode. Really fresh card, and sets up a Tamer with the memory boost so he can reserve his memory and start building up really high. Now he's got the level 6 and the level 5 in his hand, so he can scale up to that pretty easily next turn. So I do have a blocker here from the for a level 4. And essentially I'm just setting up the combo here with a blocker and the Ancient Troymon. So if he was to attack with that Vmon there, which has jamming, then I would be suspending his guys, and of course I would block the Vmon with the Kabutarimon, which is a really nice combo. And with all the memory he has from the memory booster and the tamer, he can scale up to his mega here inside his nursery, keeping it nice and safe, or he can go for a Vmon and potentially go for the mega next turn. I think he wants to swing with the Imperialdramon here, so he can unsuspend it with the mega's effect. So Ancient Troy gets the free hit into security. I'm digging for the Nihog option here, going nice and cheap with the Cherrymon, setting up a potential Nihog next turn, put him on exactly 3 with the Davis, because Davis will set his memory to 3. Now he doesn't really want to swing right now because there's not too much of a benefit for it. Imperialdramon, when Digivolving, will unsuspend itself and then suspend or bounce back a Kabutarimon. Yes, suspend the Kabutarimon because it is a blocker. So it would unsuspend itself and suspend the blocker. He wanted to make sure that the Imperialdramon lived, I'm pretty sure, because it doesn't naturally get jamming. So I will suspend the Vmon with the Ancient Troy effect, and the Imperialdramon will swing into my security. He'll go into an Omnimon here, and the Omnimon is really big. That can swing over my Ancient Troymon. And that's what he's confirming here. Make sure it's only 13, so when he swings over it, it removes the board. And of course I can't block it because my Kabutarimon is suspended. So I can bring out the Cherrymon. If I have the Nihog, no Nihog unfortunately, but I do have the other Ancient Troy. And there I am drawing straight into another Nihog. Unfortunately, it didn't come the turn earlier because I would have Nihogged him right then and there. Even if the Omnimon has protection, it still would have been a good hit. Taking away the protection and of course maybe attacking over it another time. But this is a pretty good situation as well because my Ancient Troy, if it attacks a Digimon, it will be boosted by 3k with the Powermon and the Minomon underneath it, which can contest the Omnimon, which is exactly what I'm doing here. I'm running over the Omnimon. It has no protection from battle, so that clears it. And I can go into the Lilamon. Next turn, the Lilamon can detach and suspend that Vmon to be run over. But he can go into the Imperialdramon. The Imperialdramon suspends the Powermon. I'm not too familiar with all the effects, but it can run over the Imperialdramon because it has some boosts, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it gains 1000 for every color underneath it. So it will go to 13, and then an extra 1000 from the Demi Vmon, I believe, that is underneath it too. And the Ancient Troy being swung, it will suspend the Vmon there. Anyway, so I can remove it next turn. So if I can evolve over this Powermon, then a Nihog here would be impressive. And that's why I kept the green hybrid in my hand instead of summoning it off the Ancient Troymon deletion effect, because I want to Nihog right now. And I can suspend the Lilamon to make this Nihog completely free with the hidden potential. Nihog will wipe the board because everything is either suspended or under 5k. And I can get the free hit in with the Nihog because it's still my turn with 1 memory. And now I can establish a new Ancient Troymon sitting nice and pretty there. And I think I have the game wrapped up considering that I have wiped the board and I have a pretty strong board there too with 2 Megas and another hit in with the Powermon. My opponent can stall out a little bit with the Kildramon, which is cool. I wish I had words. But it is the blue blocker, and he can stall out a little bit with that. I don't have game either way because I don't have 4 bodies on the board. If I had a Mimi, I could pump out another one. but that's okay. I've got a very strong advantage removing some security and gaining the lead there. I'm not going to attack with my rookie because of course it would lose to the blue blocker, but I can set up a Imperialdramon, and 1 cost Imperialdramon is okay here. Set up a Terriermon. I essentially just wanted the draw off the Imperialdramon, but setting up the Terriermon here is really nice considering that blue likes to hold their memory gaining effects like the Hammer Sparks for big pushes. And that's essentially what I predicted here. I predicted he would have the Hammer Sparks because he has perhaps Lobomon sitting in his hand, where he wants to do a big push with the Lobomons and he wouldn't have the memory for the Hammer Spark. And I wrap up that game too, taking the match very convincingly. These EX1 sets are very interesting to see in action, and I hope to see them actually have a strong impact in the BT6 meta. If you enjoyed this game, feel free to give me a sub, a like, check out my other videos. See you next time.